There you go. There it is. Hello, everybody. Velma is here, and Jenny is here. And today we're going to be talking about losing your power, gaining your power, keeping your power. We're very glad you're here. We're going to begin now to do these sessions every week at this time of each day, of every Thursday. Say that correctly. Every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. So hopefully you can put that on your schedule and join us each week. And you want to talk about our topic today, Jenny, please?
I wanted to talk about power and how we all give our power away in different ways. And when you stop doing that, it's like, I think that's part of the energy of a lot of things we've talked about, where we just give everything away. We're here to, support other people, but we don't necessarily support ourselves. So I just wanted to talk about that when we have a fear of something. Hold on.
That must be Winston.
Oh my gosh, this puppy is crazy. I should have put him away. I'm sorry. When we have a fear, I think the media is stirring all this fear of coronavirus, and I see a lot of posts about it on the Facebook groups, how, we are the ones that have to be careful because we have a lowered immune system because of treatment or because of the disease. And I thought, well, that's just not true. This virus is not even that powerful of a virus. And a lot of the fear is making us weak when we're not even anywhere near anyone that has it, or, so I just wanted to talk about that and kind of allow us to get our power back and get rid of the fear. And when you go to the doctor, a lot of times we give them the power. Sometimes if we have a caregiver, we give them the power. So anywhere in your life that you are giving your power away, I want to put that in the bundle.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it has nothing to do with disease or illness. It has to do with every day I have this idea of how our day should go and how my children should respond and what they should like and what they should do. And then I end up just getting mad because they're not on board with it. So, which is totally normal. They're in middle school. They don't want to eat fruit and vegetables and study and learn about spirituality. I get it, but but I always have like things planned, and they're like, "We're not doing that." So I get angry, and even just studying and things like that. And it's like a chronic stress thing for me, where I'm just giving my power away, and then I almost feel like they've learned how to manipulate maybe and work me a little bit, and I lose my power. So it's like they take it and they run with it. So I want to get my power back in that way, and that's in my personal bundle. And it's not just with my kids. I'm sure this is part of my behavior patterns that I'm just playing out with my kids that have happened my whole life, where I think things should go a certain way and I plan it all out and put all this energy into it, and then people are not on board and they want to do things their own way. And so that's like serenity prayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to put that in my bundle, and self-criticizing, isolating in the pains from my medicine. That's my personal bundle. So I invite you guys to write out yours or just add it in as you listen.
There are lots of ways in our daily lives that we give our power away. When we expect someone to do something that we haven't asked, or we're expecting others to be able to in some way read our mind and know what we need, and then we get frustrated and we get angry, and then we give our power away. And everyone has power. The divine power is how I see it. And giving that away means, instead of you coming from your place of personal power, and what is God's will for life right now? What is the best decision for me to make for my life right now? We defer or detour, defer or default to someone else's, like they're smarter, like they know me more, like they know what I need more. We give our power away. So and what we're doing here is TATing on those things that cause us to give our power away so that we don't do it, so that we always have that conscious contact with our higher power. That's where our answers are. We have our answers within us better than anybody else knows. And taking that information to the table, whether it's with your doctor, with your kids, with your spouse, with if you're buying a home, with a realtor, whomever, and taking that personal power with you into the conversation automatically puts your needs front and center. You're not having to take the back seat and let someone else direct that decision and that choice. So wanting to keep your power and build your power, strengthen your power is very healthy because your body knows, you know what your body needs. You know what lifts you up. You know what brings you down. You know what makes you feel wonky. So having that information every day, all day, as the priority in whatever decision you need to make is going to be very empowering instead of disempowering. It's very empowering. And that's over long periods of time, we've given our power away to somebody for some reason. And now, like the buck stops here, we're going to learn to redirect it, direct it inward and outward, upward, so that we do come from what's best for us.
And for me, it's that all or nothing. It's like I'm very calm. I'm very like, I give it all away in that way, in a calm way. And then instead of, tuning into God and like getting power back and asserting myself, I don't always do it that way when it comes to my kids or my husband, or I go right to like screaming and yelling and trying to overpower them instead of finding the true, and both feel bad. It's like give in too much and let them walk over me, or I'm screaming at them to overpower them. And I'd like to find that perfect balance in the middle where, it feels good. I'm standing in my power. I'm respecting their power and not trying to control or overpower them. For me, it's like when you first try this business of boundaries and trying to be healthy, you can go too far the other way too. So, where like no one's going to mess with me kind of attitude, which feels good sometimes. But then, when you're dealing with someone you love, it doesn't feel good. Because you disrespect.
And we need each other. There's more than one of us for a reason. Knowing that together we can come up with the best answer. Because in the cases of health, you know what your body feels like. Your doctor doesn't. But your doctor has the medical information, you don't. You go to and do your work online and read books and learn about the disease. And your doctor has this huge wealth of information that one is not better than the other, but together they help you become healthier, help you get on that track of what's the best answer for my body, this body, not across the board, but this body, with the information that the doctor has with those thousands of patients, tens of thousands that he's seen. That's a lot of information, a wealth of information. So, sorry, my phone was ringing. So having both together, not one more than the other, but together, we're going to find the best solution for this body right here.
Yeah, it reminds me of that story I told you, I don't remember what video it was, but where I went to visit the doctor, and it was a new doctor, and she was feeling like I felt great. I thought they were going to be like, you're awesome. Everything's great. And instead she did this fear thing where she like was touching she was like, you have to keep checking. You have to keep checking. Look for lumps, look for this, look for that. And she was like saying it really fast. Like, she's like, you're never past this. You know, you have to watch all the time. And it was like within the time frame of that 15-minute visit, it was like, I felt awesome. And then I left there like, oh, I'm going to die. Okay. Like, there was it was like I had just given her all my power by allowing her ridiculous behavior to affect me, because she's the doctor. And I thought, well, she knows best. And I thought she was really articulate. And I liked when she walked in, I was like, oh, okay, a new doctor. So I'll get a new perspective. Sometimes they catch things, you know, like I had this like great attitude, and then it was like, gave all my power away. And I actually felt like sick the rest of the day to my stomach because of that. And that's a very severe, you know, example of giving your power away. But I think we do it all the time with doctors, where if you go in and you say, this is what I know, this is what I believe, this is what I believe my body needs, then it feels differently. The times where I've you know, been grounded and know what I want and what I need. Like the last time I saw my oncologist, he's been pushing for me to go on Xeloda, which is a low dose chemo pill. And I just don't feel like that's right for me. And I did my research and I brought in everything to show him, like, this is my mammal print. This is what happened when I was on chemo. This is, you know, and we talked about it. And I said, so now you can stop pushing me, because this is why I don't want to do it. And I don't think I should. And he was like, okay, I agree. But the last time we had talked, he was like, I'm going to keep pushing you until you do it, because you need this. And I was like, why do I need it? And he's like, well, we don't know. We don't know. That was the answer. We don't know if it's going to come, you know, like, so it felt different. Those 2 appointments felt so much different when I took my power back. And so I just want to put in that fear of recurrence, fear of labs, fear of scans, fear of lumps and soreness and achiness. And, you know, like I get a pain here and I'm like feeling it for every day, all day long. So yeah.
Good. And that's totally different, because you came with your information about you and your body and the way your body responded to the different tests, to the different medicines, to the different surgeries. And that's fact. He can't go on 100,000 million other people's bodies. He had all the information.
Well, and not everybody has the time or feels well enough to do that. So I really feel like before you get to any appointment, or you make your appointment for a checkup or a scan or chemo, that you tune into your higher power and get grounded and feel like this is going to help me, kind of.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I agree, prayer. And like we do you pull angel cards every time, and we get into our intentions and we get connected with our higher power. That's where the answer is. That's where the best outcome is. And so if we can connect to that and follow that path, that's very empowering as well. So who do we have with us today, card-wise?
You know, I waited to pick this time because I wanted to tune in and see the Shekinah.
Yaha.
Unity. So stronger together is what comes to mind. How when you connect to your higher power and you have that with you, then you're stronger. And when you're stronger together, that's also with your friends and family and those that support you. There is research too that they're doing now that shows that people that are supported get better quicker, longer. They're healthier. So I love that unity.
And the person in that picture, the little person, either how you feel in a certain situation, you feel small and you need some really big help in some situations, or it can just be your higher self and holding a question and seeing the question as small, not overwhelming. Because when you have the power of unity, that connection with your divine power, everything seems to be not that it's not such a big deal, but it's not overwhelming and crazy making and creating that kind of response. It's like, okay, this is not what I want to be living right now. And I know I have God's help and support and direction and guidance, and I know I have the answers. It kind of is comforting. It's more of a comfort. That big, huge angel is more of a comfort and a guidance, lifting you up. That no matter what, you're up. You're already up and higher. And connecting with your higher power brings you even higher into knowing, into that higher knowing.
Yeah, and sometimes just saying that prayer and then bringing like a stone or a rock or a, something with you to remind you that when you go to chemo or you go to a doctor's appointment that you are not alone.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have someone bringing you. It also reminds me of the story that Beverly Beal told during our interview. She said that she had been going to chemo with her husband each time, and he would hold her hand when it went in. And the one time he did not go and hold her hand, she got the sickest. And it's like that support that he gave her was energetic as well as, that love. And it was actually made her, metabolize it easier somehow. So, yeah.
Well, I think that's the power of right there. She had her medical team, of course, doing what they do to help her. But that support, the loving support of her husband and that connection and someone holding her hand, and that's definitely the power of unity. I believe that in doing this with other people, going through this journey with other people, in not appropriate ways, but I think everyone, from my perspective, I've never had the disease. I've always been a caretaker, or it's been my family, my husband, my sister, my brother. From my perspective, it's, as Jenny said, we're stronger together. And so when everyone is on the same page, I want to get better the fastest, quickest, long-term way possible. If that's the goal, then that's where everybody's information and guidance and unity is going to support that long-term goal, long-term goal of health and wellness and aliveness and freedom and all of that, the love. Okay, so we have our bundle. We ready to get started?
Sure.
Okie dokie. All right, we always start with an intention, setting an intention. So if you would, hand on your heart and close your eyes and get comfortable wherever you are. And take a deep breath in, breathing in unity. Breathing out love. Breathing in love. Breathing out unity. Breathing in unity. Breathing out love. And we set the intention that this healing we are about to receive will benefit each of us individually and as a family. We set the intention that everything we're bringing into this bundle today and every day that we listen is always included and always in our greatest and highest good. Everything in this bundle is to be released, ready to be released and cleared. And we set the intention that this healing will be easy and gentle and complete. And one more deep breath, breathing in unity. And breathing out unity. And let's go in the pose. Thumb and ring finger at the tear duct. middle finger at the third eye in between the eyebrows, a little bit up, and the other hand at the back of your head. And place your attention on everything in my bundle is happening. And when you feel a shift, release, you can put your hands down. And back in the pose, and place your attention on, even though all of this is happening, I'm okay. I can relax now. I no longer have a need or a desire to resonate, identify, vibrate, and connect with any of this. Okay, before we go into the I now choose, tell me what happened, Jenny, in step 1 and 2.
It just felt like it took a long time. I get like nervous if I'm in it too long. Like, am I doing it right? Why don't I feel anything?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of felt like there was no definite movement, but just like it was okay. Like it just felt, I don't know, felt weird.
Weird in a complete way, or weird in a something else is left over way? Something's trying to come through me.
I think
Something else must be there.
yeah, something else. It's like there's no movement. It just feels like usually I feel like energy moving or something, and it just felt kind of stagnant today.
Does it feel stuck or no movement?
Not uncomfortable. That's the weird part. Usually, if there's more to do, it's uncomfortable. So, like I get like I need to cough or something stuck or a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. We've got a muscle test. There's something else we need to do for step 1 and step 2. And it's in greatest and highest good for the group, individually and as a group, to move on to I now choose. Okay. So it just feels different. Does it feel like something is stuck?
I don't know. It feels like I didn't put the right things in my bundle.
Okay.
It's like I put what I thought would be good for everyone else, and I didn't. But I put specific things for me. So.
And we do set the intention that whatever needs to be in this bundle, whether we set it consciously or not, if it's something in your greatest and highest good, we set the intention that it's going to be included. So let's go in the pose and say that to make sure that your body, every part of your body knows now and in the future that even if it didn't come up in conversation, that if it's for your highest good, that it's included.
Okay.
We set the intention that whatever needs to be in this bundle today and every bundle past and present and future, that whether we consciously include something or not, we're setting the intention that what will serve the greatest and highest good for me in this session is automatically included, whether I consciously know what it is or not. Anything known and unknown, if it's for my highest good, it is automatically included.
Okay, better.
That's better? Okay. Because there are some parts, we're talking about empowerment. We're talking about being disempowered. So there could have been some part of you that didn't have a voice, that didn't hear the words that it needed, that your body needed, and it felt disempowered. Could be that. So letting all those parts know, no, just because we didn't hear your words or say something specific, it's automatically included. You're included. And when those words come, then we can add those specifically, maybe in another one, different to you.
It almost felt like I had to clear like the stuff that happened when I first got diagnosed, and I was just going, and they were saying, like when I was misdiagnosed, and they were saying, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, and then we have to hurry. We have to put your port in and do chemo the next day. It was like, that was the part where it was like, you know, that I don't know why that came up, but it did. So
Yeah, there was still something left about all that. Very disempowering when you have other people pushing you, shoving you, telling you what to do.
And they were wrong. So it's like, they could be wrong, and I'm trusting them. Oh my God. And I really felt like the chemo was going to work, which it did, but then it was the wrong chemo, but it worked anyway. So.
Yay. Yay, go God. No matter what. Okay, so now we're going to go to the last step, the third step, I now choose. So be thinking about, instead of all this stuff that's in your bundle, what are your new choices for your life, for today, for empowering yourself? So in the pose, I now choose to resonate, identify, vibrate, and connect with. Empowerment, divine empowerment, with health and wealth and abundance, and happiness and peace and joy and freedom, and love and self-love, and giving myself permission to know and to allow my divine empowerment to have a voice in my care and in my treatment plan and in my daily life, in and out of the disease. For my spirit, for my higher self, to be always connected to my higher self, to be a consistent, conscious connection with my higher power, who has all knowledge, all knowing. And I give myself permission to allow that empowerment to flow through me, through my thoughts, through my actions, through my words, through my behavior, through my decisions, through all opportunities. And anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to add, I now choose to take up space in this world, allow others to hear me and see me, and I don't know how to put it, but use the resources of my family equally with me included, not just giving everyone everything.
Mhm.
Like if I cut up an apple, I get some too, not just give it to
Mhm.
my kids, but in everything. And I'd like to add an affirmation. I lovingly allow joy to flow freely in my life. I love me.
Mm. That was nice. Nice choices. And how are you overall now?
Good. I feel good.
Very good. Anything else?
No, that felt really good. I love the fact that things cleared that I wasn't even thinking of when we started. So nice. It's such a powerful
Mhm.
that position. I don't know why it's so powerful, but it is.
Mhm. It's connecting with the past back here, whatever we've experienced, and then bringing it to the highest wisdom and making that connection through, is it serving my health and wellness in the highest vibration I can have? And if it's not, then we're going to tend to it and let it go and let it be transformed into higher vibration. And you're ready when they're ready to be released. And that thing when negative or lower vibration, I prefer to call it lower vibration stuff, gets stuck and stored in the cells of our body, they do create dis-ease. And left over time, they can become disease, they can become illness. And so we want to clear those things as soon as possible and continue the clearing, consistently clearing. It's just like taking a shower every day.
Mm-hmm.
You consistently clean the outside of your body and brush your teeth. We do those things consistently. Energetically, we're doing these consistently to keep our energy clean, just like hair or skin or all parts of your body. We do these things consistently to keep clean, to keep our energy clean. And this is one way we do it.
And we didn't talk about resentments, but if you have any of those, stick those in your bundle as well, so you can sneak in and steal which that probably was a resentment of mine, the misdiagnosis. So
Yeah.
it put itself in the bundle. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. All right, good. So we'll be back together again next week.
Yeah, and if anyone has anything specific they would like us to talk about in the next video, just comment, let us know, message us, comment, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However you want to get in touch with us, we're here for you. And I do pray daily for everyone in this group and for a cure for all kinds of cancer. So I hope you pray with me and that we make this a strong healing group.
Absolutely. Thank you, honey. Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody.
Right.
We're here for you. We're here for you. So
and we're gonna do our best to keep this every Thursday at 9 and 10, right? 9 Central, 10.
9 Central, 10 Eastern.
So,
Yeah.
all right. I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.